the one thing I wanted to get announced finally got announced. Hey there, guys. This is Flamzeron, aka YouTube's Tosuke, and if you guys didn't hear, which I'm sure you have, because you likely watched the Game Awards and you saw this and you're now following it because I'm following it, they finally announced Mortal Kombat 11. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. I've been waiting for this announcement for a long time because I think we all knew that that's what they were working on, or we hoped. And it was announced at the Game Awards. Ed Boon did his usual thing. Honestly, like, it's kind of funny. I think because of the kind of gamer I am, I think most people probably assume that I when I think of video game developer trolls, I think of Hidetaka Miyazaki from Software. But honestly, I think Ed Boon low-key has a stronger troll game, mainly just because he's real direct. Like, I remember he teased a long time ago, like, he posted a screenshot on Twitter of the strategy guy for Shaolin Monks. It's like, why'd this show up at my desk? It's like, do they think we're going to be doing a remaster of it or something? And I'm just like, bro, there are a lot of people who want a Shaolin Monks remaster. I actually like Shaolin Monks. It's right now my my three favorite Mortal Kombat games at the moment are Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and Shaolin Monks. It's kind of a three-way tie between those three, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, the Game Awards, they finally announced Mortal Kombat 11. Ed Boon came up and he was all like, now for the nominees for best, I think it's sports game. And then it goes into what looks like the nominees, and then like it goes all like lightning, and then like Scorpion's thing goes out, and then it goes into the trailer of Mortal Kombat 11. He's like, sorry guys, I think they played the wrong video. I'm like, damn. That being said, it is kind of a tease. And the trailer does say, like, you know, it's like big community reveal on like January 14th or something, or January 4th, sometime in January. But the trailer shows kind of decrepit temple, and it shows Raiden and Scorpion duking it out. I know a lot of people, including one of my favorite fighting game news YouTubers, Dynasty. I kind of got into him during the Soul Calibur 6 stuff, but and he's doing Mortal Kombat 11 now, so I'll be following him pretty closely. But a lot of weapons. They show Raiden using a Naginata. Scorpion pulls out his swords a couple times, and they show off a lot of cool fighting and stuff. That cool. Honestly, the rap song, some people like it, some people don't like it. I felt like it did feel kind of out of place, but at the same time, it felt like it was low-key fitting for what Mortal Kombat is on some level. Now, granted, Mortal Kombat's music has never really been something I really focused on, so I don't really care that much. Like, if they want to use this as a theme, that's fine. I'm more focused on the gameplay and all the other features and whatnot. But in the trailer, Raiden kills Scorpion, and then another classic-looking Scorpion comes out, who then kills Raiden. So, and then they show that chick with the hourglass things that people have pointed out, and the developers point out, like, it's going up. The sand is going up. And then they show, like, some weird... I'm going to say Shao Kahn, like, but they've also revealed, or, like, accidentally, like, leaked or whatever. I don't know if it was deliberate or not, but they showed what Shao Kahn's going to look like, because it turns out he's actually a pre-order bonus. You can get Shao Kahn. Whether or not it's early or you just get him. Like, I think that's kind of how it was with Mortal Kombat X. Like, you just got Goro. I'm not sure. But, no, you know what? Yeah, I think it was just, like, early access for Goro, because I remember Mortal Kombat X, I bought late. Or not late, but I bought it after its release. I didn't, like, pre-order it or anything, because I was kind of on the fence of getting it on PS4, because I was a little uncomfortable with the violence. Nowadays, like, yeah, I'm all for it. Like, definitely going to be getting this on PS4, because it's, speaking of which, it's coming out PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch. It's coming to the fucking Switch. That's awesome. It's been a while since we've had a Mortal Kombat game on a Nintendo console. I think the last one was Armageddon on the Wii, which I actually have. And there's actually some benefit to having that, because there's an extra character. And also just graphically, it looks a little sharper than the PS2 version. Probably not as sharp as the Xbox version, because I think that's actually backwards compatible with the 360. So if you want to play it in, like, HD, HDMI, HD, and not like component or whatever. Although I've been playing it on the Wii U and it looks fine to me. And I imagine they might announce it for Xbox One backwards compatibility as well, but that's a different subject. So it's really cool to see Nintendo getting another Mortal Kombat game, especially on the Switch, because then you can take it on the go and whatnot. And, who knows? There might be. I take that back. There's not going to be an exclusive character. They wouldn't do that in Mortal Kombat. And this is just basically straight up like third party, but it definitely shows like the power of the Switch, not only being able to handle the latest Mortal Kombat game, but also the fact that it's getting the latest Mortal Kombat game. So that's pretty lit. But I'll definitely be getting it on PS4. Graphically, it looks pretty awesome. They've also released some screenshots on like the Steam page. They look really good. Scorpion looks pretty cool. Raiden looks pretty cool. It's sort of like the Dark Raiden that they've been going for, like that they showed at the end of the story mode of Mortal Kombat X. And then, of course, that classic Scorpion, which I was thinking about it, and so I looked back. It's not the same Scorpion from Armageddon, because I know like they had like his more like ninja-y samurai look available as a second costume in Armageddon, but his main costume was sort of like that classic Scorpion look. And the reason why I bring that up is because this seems to be sort of the finale to like the reboot trilogy, or it's going to be like the finale to the apparent reboot trilogy, because there was nothing stating that like they were only going to do 3, but it does seem like it's kind of going that way. And it kind of seems like they're going to be going back in time, too, and they're going to be kind of playing around with the timeline a little bit, which I find very interesting. I'm almost wondering if it's going to do a thing where the time goes back to, like, Armageddon, and then, like, it's going to start anew or something. It's going to be really interesting to see kind of what the timeline does after this game, or if it's going to be a thing where, like, the old timeline just gets completely erased, but, like, all the like they it's I don't know. I know one thing. I want Liu Kang to go back to being good. They probably won't do that because Liu Kang, being the renegade Shaolin monk that he is, it almost kind of makes sense that he would be a bad guy at this point. Returning characters. Speaking of Dynasty, I did just see he put up a video about Liu Kang and Sub-Zero being confirmed, so we at least know. I haven't watched that video yet, so as far as I know, it could be like speculation, but we do at least know that Scorpion, Shao Kahn, and Raiden are going to be in the game, and that's cool. And I assume probably that time chick, who I'm wondering if she's Ashura, maybe like a redesigned Ashura. I know some people have like brought up, I think it was Mortal Kombat 9 and 10, or 9 and X, even though I know that's Mortal Kombat 10. Those two games, the arcade mode ending for, I think, Jade, show like some weird like time traveling chick. And I think people are speculating that maybe this is like sort of a carryover of that. I'm also wondering, now that I think about it, if like we're going to get Shujinko and Taven and Dagon and all that. That would be cool. With that in mind, I'm wondering if maybe Taven and Dagon are from the original timeline, and they're coming into this new timeline to try to fix things. Like, that actually be pretty interesting if like they're trying to sort of like fix up, and maybe like the timelines merge, so we get like a little bit of both. So like maybe Liu Kang's spirit turns into like the evil Liu Kang, while Liu Kang's body, the zombie Liu Kang, is still around. Fucking Raiden is still evil. Shinnok's dead. Shao Kahn apparently comes back. In terms of, because with Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat X, one thing I think we all kind of picked up on that they didn't really try to hide, like Mortal Kombat 9 was a retelling of 1, 2, and 3. 10 was sort of like a reimagining of 4. This one would then have to kind of go into the whole Deadly Alliance and Deception stuff, which I assume they could do Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, which, yeah, thinking about it, I guess if they're covering the entire timeline, then I don't know. Like now I'm kind of going all podcasty rambly, but I'm just kind of spitballing and sort of like doing stream of consciousness. I guess I'm pumped though. I'm definitely gonna get this game. And unlike Warcraft 3 Reforged, I will definitely be playing this online like once or twice. I'm not a big online gamer. Kind of. It really depends on the game. This one I probably won't because I'm not really good at Mortal Kombat. One thing they've also talked about to kind of get back on track is that they're going to be kind of doing something similar to the Injustice 2 thing where like you can kind of customize your character a little more. And I know there were those leaks that there's going to be like a Shaolin Monks like mode where you can get to make your own character. As of right now, we don't know how true that is. If it is, I would kind of be okay with it because again, I like Shaolin Monks. And I kind of like that about Armageddon where like the conquest mode was sort of like an action adventure game, and they used what they learned from Shaolin Monk a little bit. Like it plays a little more, it plays different, a little more rigid. Frankly, still good, but a little more rigid than Shaolin Monks. And of course, Armageddon had the create a character mode or create a combatant, I think they called it. And I've also heard about the whole thing. They might be doing like a create your own fatality thing, which I like having the classic ones because I feel like it lets the characters have their own personality. I think for the custom characters, if they go that route, if they bring the custom characters back, I think that's okay. I don't think we need to have every single fatality that every character's ever had because that would take way too much work. They did say that this game has had the longest Mortal Kombat development cycle of like any Mortal Kombat game. So, for all we know, they could have planned for all this. It's hard to say right now. I imagine we'll hear a little bit more once January hits. But I'm pumped. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm glad that we finally got some words on it. Probably the biggest thing is it's coming out in April. Like the game is actually releasing in April. Beyond the whole January like public reveal thing, it's coming out in April. That's not too far away. Like I've talked about and I've thought about how like, ever since Mortal Kombat 9 and Dynasty Warriors 7 were like the two games where I noticed this. So like near the end of high school, where I noticed that games were coming out a lot quicker. Like it felt like the time between they were announced and the time that they were released was like shortened. And I think that mainly equates to my generation or people my age. We're older. Like I'm 26. My next birthday I'm going to be 27. Same age as Mortal Kombat. But time's going faster for us a little bit. I know like a lot of older people say like, before you know it, you're 40. And it's like, well, I think that's low key what's going on right now because I have noticed that like my days are getting a lot shorter in general. I noticed that in college too, frankly. So I try to be as present as possible, and it helps me. But so in terms of games, though, I actually kind of like this. Like we're getting games a lot quicker. Like I've been playing. Right now I've been playing Smash Ultimate. That's the latest game that's come out, and of course also been playing Spyro Reignited Trilogy and Warriors Orochi 4. Next month, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out, and then Vesperia Definitive Edition and Jump Force, and then Sekiro, and RPG Maker MV, I think, is like the in-between of Jump Force and Sekiro. And then, of course, in August, Shenmue 3. So, like, I think that's the last of the... And, of course, I'm going to have to now fit this game in, which that's just crazy. I'm definitely going to be... do the expected or like the 2-day shipping or whatever on this one because I'm going to want to play this. And again, I'll be playing it on PS4. Don't know if they'll do cross-platform. I know Epic Games just announced that whole thing like we're about offering cross-platform to developers for free. What that means, I don't really know, and I don't even know how they have the ability to grant cross-platform like that. I don't think they were in necessarily any other position. I know they're trying to compete with Steam, but yeah, like, but from what we do know so far, like the customizing the character kind of thing, that's kind of cool because that's one thing. Like with Mortal Kombat X, I wanted sort of like a classic Liu Kang look, and they had the only like classic Liu Kang look they had was sort of like a modern sort of like Liu Kang from the past, like in the story mode where there was a part in the story mode where it was Raiden, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao, and they did like a young Liu Kang, and he had like a little, he kind of looked like he was in like a monk garb, and I sometimes use that one. There's also there is a classic one, but it doesn't really look that good. I kind of like, so I usually just stick with the old man Liu Kang one. But if they were to let you like, cause I think honestly Shaolin Monks is probably my favorite version of Liu Kang in terms of how he looks, because I like the design on his pants. I think he got the dragon and the red and like whatnot, and that's probably my favorite general design of Liu Kang. I think he looks the best there. If I could make something like that, that'd be cool. And Scorpion, I kind of like his classic look. So the Mortal Kombat 3 and onward look is sort of the one I like. I recently got like the Jazzwares like minifigure of that version. I know they released I know they released like a pack of like all the classic ninjas with weird hands. But also there's the Storm Collectibles Scorpion, which I'd like to get, but you know. That then brings me to another reason why I'm kind of excited about Mortal Kombat 11. It gives us a chance to have more Mortal Kombat merch, which Mezco tried to do figures on 10. It didn't really last that long, and even Storm Collectibles seems to be kind of losing steam right now. They've announced a bunch of figures, but they're not showing anything. I don't know if Mortal Kombat is just cursed for a toy line, because I remember, you know, there used to be like a lot more toys back when the series was like really popular. I had one of the Liu Kangs. I still have a piece of like the G.I. Joe repainted Raiden. I don't remember if I had any others. In terms of my personal collection, you know, right now I've got the Mortal Kombat 9, Liu Kang, and Scorpion. Both of them, even though they're both made by Jazzwares, are like completely different styles of figure. And then I've got like the small Jazzwares Mortal Kombat Classic Scorpion. But I'd like to maybe try and get some more. Like Jax is probably my second favorite character. I like a real classic looking Jax though, where like, you know, he doesn't have like any crazy arms or anything. I think his name is John Parrish is the actor who played him. Sort of like the classic John Parrish, or Dan Parrish or something like Jax. And the main reason why I liked him was because like he was like the one character I was really good at, and he's like a real beefy character. So you know, I think he's pretty cool. And of course I like Scorpion, which I've already got. So I guess for the sake of my they do have a Jax figure though, but we'll see. I could get the Mortal Kombat 9 one, but again, I'm not real crazy about Mortal Kombat 9's design overall. I mean, I like the game, but in terms of Jax's design, it was just like, okay, he's cool. And again, I'll be honest, I'm thinking primarily of his mechanical arms. That's mainly what I'm thinking. I like sort of like the simplistic, like he's wearing like sleeves kind of look. Because I know like in the old days they painted his arms. But anyway. Yeah, so right now there's not a lot we know besides what we've seen, what we're hearing from like other people like Dynasty and other YouTubers. I know Maximilian is going to be probably talking about it a lot, and other big fighting game YouTubers. And I'm sure they'll reveal stuff, and the fighting game community will be up in arms about this and whatnot. I'd say probably the one feature I kind of do low-key hope we get create a combatant again. Maybe sort of like touch it up a little bit more and maybe streamline it a little bit, because it was it was kind of a pain in Armageddon, because you got to customize the fighting style completely, but you had to kind of like mix and match everything yourself, and it just took a while. I know you could do like a preset, but and then maybe like that conquest mode like thing, if that's a real thing, even if they don't let you make your own character, like honestly I could kind of do without that, the ability to make your own character in that mode. It, you know, it would almost be kind of like a Libra of Soul at that point, which if they want to do that, I guess that's okay. You know, I doubt they're taking anything from Soul Calibur. If anything, they're going to be taking more from Street Fighter and Tekken than they would Soul Calibur, unless they're like, hey, Mortal Kombat 11 is the Soul Calibur of Mortal Kombat. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, really at this point, I just want to see more. I want to see Liu Kang. I want to see some of the extra modes, and I'd like to see if they're going to do a toy line. I don't know who would pick up the license is the only thing. Um, I don't think Bandai. I don't think would. Hasbro probably won't. Mattel probably won't. Um, it would probably be one of the more smaller groups like I I was gonna say Jack Specific, but that might be kind of tough. Because of the World Nintendo line that they're doing. Who knows? I suppose NECA could do it. NECA would be a good company, but those would be a bit more. Those are definitely more adult figures, so they wouldn't really be for play. Who knows? Because the Jazzwares figures, you could play with them. You'd have to be careful because they would break because they're fragile. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling here. So basically, I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat 11. This is like a 20 fucking minute video. I'll close with this. As you guys know, I've been doing like the My Blank History, and I was actually planning one for Mortal Kombat. And since we finally have an announcement of Mortal Kombat 11, I think I'm going to go ahead and try to like really finalize and actually like make the video. I'll try to do it a little bit. It's going to be a little more streamlined, slightly, not by much. I'm going to have like notes and whatnot on what I want to talk about. I'll try to at least. And mainly because I'm kind of looking forward to it too, because I like doing the intros and whatnot. But I'm thinking like now's probably a good time to do like a 26 plus years of Mortal Kombat. So yeah, look forward to that whenever I decide to do it. I'm going to try to do it before the game comes out. I've got a couple other videos that I want to do before the game of that specific video subject is going to be. But, yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, it's finally a thing. We can finally get fucking hyped for it. Mortal Kombat is probably my second favorite video game series. Honestly, like, I've never really been that good at it. It's not like Tales to where I feel like I'm generally good at it, or the Dragon Ball games to where I feel like I'm generally good at it. Like, honestly, it's kind of sort of a cross between it's hard to say. Like, I feel like overall that's a different thing. If you were to put it in categories, like Mortal Kombat in terms of fighting games would definitely be in like second or third place. If you take out Dragon Ball, it would probably even be in first. But that's a subject for the future as well. Basically, I'm pumped for Mortal Kombat 11. It's going to be lit AF, Fireball AF, Liu Kang Fireball, Flying Kick, Born in China, Shaolin Monk, the youngest but also the fastest warrior in the tournament. No, I'm going crazy. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 11, guys. It's officially a thing, and I'm fucking pumped. I hope you are too. This is Flames Veronica Sasuke signing out. See you later.